for you.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, partly sunny skies highlight our Sunday evening, and it looks like we're in for a mostly quiet night before a chance of rain on Monday. Good evening, and thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Nicole Griffin in the tracking center with meteorologist Kyle Mounds. Kyle, I feel like I keep saying this over and over, a beautiful weekend day.
Yeah, we've really kind of made up for what was a very wet spring where we had rain almost every weekend. It's been dry here the last couple of days. That changes late tomorrow, and a couple of us are dealing with very light rain activity on Storm Team 6 radar. Let's show you here these very light showers, sprinkles really between Rockville and Greencastle. So this is going to be sliding into Putnam County. Really not much more than a little bit to kind of wet the pavement out there. And then another little dot of a shower just to the north of Fowler. But you can see that the clouds are winning out, and a sign of those weather changes coming our way. Temperatures as a result in the lower 80s for us right now. Really don't think you're going to have to worry about any rain if you're heading out to the Indiana State Fair this evening. Our temperature upper 70s by 9 o'clock. Now tomorrow night we do have that slight risk of severe weather across central Indiana. We'll take a closer look at the timeline and potential impacts in a few minutes.
Kyle, thank you. Tonight, a Carmel youth sports organization is regrouping after a financial hit that came when a group of people broke into its building not once but twice. RTV6's Graham Hunter is talking to the president of the Carmel Dads Club. Graham is live tonight at Badger Fields.
Well, Nicole, it is the heart and soul of youth sports here in Carmel. Soccer season is getting ready to start. We've got some kids playing baseball over here this afternoon behind us, but there were some extracurriculars of a different kind going on here the last couple of weeks. Some people broke into these buildings here behind us. They went inside. They broke some stuff. They did some vandalism. They stole some of the products they had inside. Well, take a look at your screen because we've got a surveillance picture of one of these people caught on camera trying to hide behind that hood. The folks at Carmel Dads Club are hoping someone recognizes who that is. This all happened first about 12 days ago and again earlier this week. Jack Beery, president of the Carmel Dads Club, is fed up with it and wants these criminals to be caught.
And it was just kind of disappointing. We're not used to that happening around here, and we're just a youth sports organization that tries to provide a bunch of opportunities for kids, and it was just disappointing to see that it happened.
The Carmel Police Department is investigating these crimes. If you have any idea who did it, give them a call. Coming up tonight at 11, we'll have some additional surveillance pictures, more of the people who did these crimes. We'll have that for you tonight at 11. We're working for you live in Carmel tonight. Graham Hunter, RTV6.
Graham, thank you. This traffic reminder could save you from having a Monday morning headache if you use I-465 on the southeast side. Those complete lane shutdowns we've been warning you about are now in effect. We're talking about the stretch between I-65 and I-70. The east and northbound lanes closed Friday night and are scheduled to remain closed until August 24th. Here's a live look at the area from our INDOT traffic camera. Crews are doing concrete and bridge work. INDOT says doing an entire shutdown rather than periodic lane closures allows them to get the work done in 15 days rather than 9 months.
We don't want to be out here in the winter this upcoming year like we were last year. So these patches, these joint repairs will help smooth your ride. They will help us not be able to, be out here doing emergency pothole repairs in the winter time.
INDOT has suggested several alternate routes to take to help you navigate your way around the shutdowns. We have that information in this story on our website, theindychannel.com. In order to raise awareness about work zone safety, today 120 motorcyclists joined together for the 6th annual Road Construction Awareness Ride. It was hosted by Harley-Davidson of Indianapolis and Road Construction Awareness Corporation. The ride is a way to raise money for work zone awareness and safety while also remembering those who have fallen. This year's ride was dedicated to Justin Nance and his family. Justin lost his life while doing his job last year after investigators say a semi-driver failed to merge before construction and rear-ended a truck in Hamilton County on US 31. A heartbreaking update tonight on the pregnant Anderson mother who police say was shot in the head by her boyfriend a week ago. We've learned Alexis Wasson died just yesterday. The mother was pregnant with twins when police say her boyfriend Skylar White shot her on August 2nd. Court documents say White told his mother it was an accident but did not get immediate medical help. Wasson was 21 weeks pregnant. Police say the unborn twins were pronounced dead last week. She had been on life support since the shooting, but police say she had no brain activity. White has been charged with murder and terminating human pregnancy. Metro police officers are investigating a deadly shooting that killed one and injured another person. Officers were called around 1 o'clock this morning to Beckwith Drive near East 25th Street and Hillside Avenue on the north side. When officers arrived, they found one person had been shot and they were rushed to the hospital. Shortly after 1:45, detectives were informed another person arrived at the hospital and had also been shot. That person died shortly after that. Homicide detectives are asking anyone with information on this case to contact Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. New developments in a deadly shooting inside a Lawrence restaurant. Police have arrested 18-year-old Jalen Ryle, who's accused of shooting another teen he'd been arguing with inside the Penn Station on Pendleton Pike. This happened yesterday evening. Ryle did remain on scene after the shooting and surrendered to responding officers. He faces preliminary murder charges. Police have not yet released the victims' names. Despite efforts to try to save his life, the Boone County Sheriff's Office says a 58-year-old inmate has died. Around 11:15 last night, corrections officers tried to help a 58-year-old Prince McGoy of Indianapolis. They say he was sweating and complaining of chest pain. While evaluating him, they say his condition got worse. CPR was performed and officers used an AED, which helped him regain his pulse. First responders transported McGoy to the hospital, where he died around 5 o'clock this morning. He just turned himself in on August 8th and was being held at the Boone County Jail on a $1,000 bond for probation violation. Jeffrey Epstein's apparent suicide Saturday morning in a federal jail launched new conspiracy theories online, fueled by Epstein's ties to princes, politicians, and other famous and powerful people. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos with the details.
One day after billionaire financier and accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein died by apparent suicide in his Manhattan jail cell, an investigation is underway into how this could have happened.
Was there a crime connected with his suicide? Was someone paid? Was someone else involved, etc.? And those are going to be very important questions to get answered.
President Trump promoting an unfounded conspiracy theory on Twitter about how Epstein died in prison. Epstein's social acquaintances with Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, and Prince Andrew were at the center of online rumors and theories, many of which question what politicians knew about Epstein's alleged crimes. A spokesman for Clinton acknowledged the former president took 4 trips on Epstein's plane in 2002 and 2003, but said Clinton knows nothing about the terrible crimes Jeffrey Epstein pleaded guilty to. President Trump has said he and Epstein had a falling out years ago. Epstein's death comes less than 24 hours after 2,000 pages of new documents were made public for the first time, with accusations leveled against Epstein and other prominent men. 3 weeks ago, Epstein was put on suicide watch after being found unresponsive in his cell. ABC News has learned he was taken off a week later. Attorney General William Barr announced 2 federal investigations, one by the FBI and another by the Inspector General. Sources tell ABC News protocol required Epstein to be checked every 30 minutes, but this did not happen in the hours before his death. Guards at the prison have complained of understaffing. That claim is now part of the investigation. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
Stephanie, thank you. It's a vicious cycle. People in pain need relief. Without relief can often turn into addiction. Up next, new efforts to tackle both issues at the same time. You're watching RTV6 News at 6. Indiana.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Street drugs aren't the only thing fueling the opioid crisis. A lot of people's addictions start with legitimately prescribed pain meds, maybe after a surgery or an injury or to treat chronic pain. Kai Beach looks at a new effort to treat opioid addiction and chronic pain at the same time.
I do suffer from PTSD. This is what it was like every month when I went to the store.
Michael Kennedy knows all about coping with chronic pain.
You can see this elbow. That was MRSA that just jumped around my body.
While vacationing in Mexico, he fell off a third-story balcony, breaking his back, his pelvis, and both of his ankles. He would eventually have to have his right leg amputated.
They told me I was never going to walk again, and I was just in excruciating pain all the time.
To numb that pain, doctors gave Kennedy a smorgasbord of prescription pills.
8 30-milligram oxycodone a day, 4 Dilaudid 8 a day, 4 morphine 60 a day.
Which led to an opioid addiction that almost caused him to take his life.
Thank God I was so banged up on pain pills that I nodded off to one side and my thumb hit the trigger and shot a hole in the ceiling, but missed me.
Now a team of medical professionals is conducting a study with the goal of helping people like Kennedy.
And these will tell us very, very quickly if someone is experiencing stress.
Dr. Amy Wachholz of UC Denver has a goal of treating both chronic pain and opioid dependency together.
Because otherwise patients are struggling with multiple providers who may or may not communicate, who may have different treatment goals related to the outcomes.
Wachholz's study is underway and she's still recruiting new patients. And her colleagues are also looking for new ways to fight this epidemic.
So these are not illicit fentanyl and things off the street. These are prescription medicines that people are taking, and it turns out that they're pretty dangerous. This can become a very problematic issue for a lot of people.
Dr. Naraina Verhabatla with the UC Health Pain Management Clinic says prescribed opioids are responsible for about 40 deaths a day in America, and that there are very few studies, if any, that prove chronic pain gets better with opioid use.
The problem is that we don't quite know how to fix chronic pain, so the word chronic pain can mean a whole lot of things. It really is a matter of kind of digging deep and seeing if you can find the problem and see if you can take care of the root of the problem.
And for Kennedy to finally recover, that meant combining his mind, body, and spirit.
For me to stay clean personally, physical fitness has to be a part of it.
His cure from chronic pain no longer comes from prescription pills, but rather from yoga.
To get out of this, I have to be taking care of myself. And Bikram's the best way that I've found.
I'm Kai Beach reporting.
Wrapping up a beautiful weekend of weather here in central Indiana. Noticed a little more of that humidity in the air today. We topped out at 85 degrees right now, 82 in the Circle City. A little cooler, though, Crawfordsville and the Greencastle area. That's where we've had a few of those very light showers moving on through. Storm Team 6 radar, you got to go in pretty close here to see them. Moving along Interstate 70 here and just to the south and east of Brazil, going to be crossing 231 there. Again, it's not going to last very long or add up to much of anything. Temperature-wise tonight, a little warmer, a little more on the stuffy side with temperatures in the upper 60s under those partly cloudy skies. And as we take you hour by hour through your Monday forecast here, you'll notice we'll have more cloud cover, but a lot of dry time is expected tomorrow with temperatures already back into the lower 80s at lunchtime for your noon hour. We'll get into the middle and upper 80s for that afternoon high, and it's late in the day that we'll have a better chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So before the rain moves in, temperatures will approach 90 degrees in Columbus, 87 for your afternoon high in Muncie, 86 degrees in Lafayette. And with that humidity, it will feel more like 90 degrees or the lower 90s in some spots. But here's that slight risk of severe weather that we do have primarily for tomorrow night. And we're going to go through the timeline here. And we're really watching out for the potential for some strong gusty winds with some of these storms. You even see there's an enhanced risk back into portions of Illinois. So here's TrueCast as we take you through the day quickly through Monday, because can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm, but much of the the day, I think, is going to be dry here. It's as we get a little closer to 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, we start to see some of those stronger storms out of Illinois diving to the southeast, approaching Indianapolis around midnight. And this timeline may shift just a little bit, but it does look like primarily after about 8 o'clock tomorrow night from the northwest, and then diving to the southeast by 2 a.m., still dealing with some of those thunderstorms that could be strong to severe as we work our way out of Indiana into the overnight hours and early on Tuesday morning. Since this is going to be an overnight event, make sure you've got that free Storm Shield app downloaded in your app store. It'll send any of those weather alerts right to your mobile phone. 7-day planning forecast for you. We've got those temperatures going to stay on the warm side here. Another chance for some scattered showers as we go through the day on Tuesday. Otherwise, it's a pretty dry forecast here. It gets a little cooler too. Those highs in the lower 80s for us as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. We heat it back up looking ahead to next weekend.
All right. Looks like a nice week ahead.
Yeah, after those storms tomorrow night. Yeah.
All right, Kyle, thank you. It's designed to give women a helping hand in an industry that's traditionally been closed off to them. Coming up, we'll take you inside Brave Camp.
Jetta, Tiguan, and select Atlas models.
With Hiring Hoosiers, RTV6 is working to link you with employment, career resources, and training. And tonight we're looking at how girls are building a better world with code. That's the mission behind Brave Initiative. Brave partners with organizations worldwide to serve young girls through their one-week camp designed to build confidence in coding and problem solving. RTV6's Lauren Casey stopped by Brave Camp in the Circle City to see how it is empowering young women here in the technology field and beyond.
I actually am studying Spanish at Goshen College, nothing to do with computer science.
Talia Borum is an Indy native, first stepping into Brave Camp last summer as a newcomer to the technology field.
Before Brave Camp, I had no clue what I wanted to go, what direction I wanted to take. And now, after doing Brave Camp and now doing my internship, I have a clear idea of what my goals are.
As a camper, Borum learned to code a website. Campers think about a social issue important to them, do research, conduct interviews, and utilize creativity and design to then create an interactive website to show this information. Borum created a website with a quiz for users to uncover unconscious racial bias.
And how important it is for technology to be mindfully built, which is a big part of what Brave does.
And really putting yourself in the shoes of someone else and being human-centric when you solve a problem.
Natalie Laterra is the COO of KSM Consulting, partnering with Brave to put on this camp for girls ages 13 to 18 in Indy. She says the skills these young ladies learn at camp will serve them well in the workforce.
Brave Camp is all about empowering young women to view themselves as leaders, both in technology and innovation. So these are absolutely skills that I think lots of organizations look for.
For Borum, the experience last summer was so impactful, she's back this year as a staff member.
As I'm learning about the tech world, there are not a lot of young girls or women that look like me, and I think that's really important for me to be able to empower women who look like me and let them know that there's opportunities in the tech world for them in computer science and whatever they want to do.
That was our Lauren Casey reporting. Brave Camp runs from 9 to 5 for 1 weekend this summer. If you want to learn more about the Brave Initiative, how to take part in Brave Camp, and view a gallery of photos, you can go to hiringhoosiers.com and click on this story. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
IPS students return back to class tomorrow, just a week into the school year. Today, a special event was held at James Whitcomb Riley School 43. Members from at least 8 different churches in the Butler-Tarkington neighborhood, along with community leaders, gathered to bless the school. Lauren Johnson is the school's new principal. She says this is a way to bring the community together and let families and students know they have a huge support system.
A way of bringing the community together. It's a way of showing our children, our staff, our families that they have a lot of support from a lot of people, and that there are a lot of caring individuals who will be there for them, who are going to put their faith into action this year.
Today's event is also a way to build a strong relationship with community members who will help provide resources for students throughout the school year. Principal Johnson says this year's theme and motto is dream big, achieve big, and show your school pride. And Kyle, as they head back to class tomorrow, they're going to have decent weather in the morning.
Yeah, they are, Nicole, because as we look at Storm Team 6 radar, things are pretty quiet. That's kind of a precursor of what's coming our way. We've had just a couple of very light showers into into parts of Putnam County, Clay County. Those are actually quickly fading away. So tonight will be pretty quiet. Temperatures in the upper 60s with those partly cloudy skies. There's a look at your Monday forecast. Mostly cloudy skies for much of the day. A stray shower, we can't rule that out there, as we'll have the better chance for some showers and storms heading into the evening. So high temperatures tomorrow approaching 90 degrees. Will certainly feel like it with more of that humidity around, and there's that slight risk of severe weather, especially as we go into tomorrow night, primarily for some gusty winds after about 8 o'clock in the evening northwest, and it will last into the overnight hours. Once we get that out of here, though, things are going to feel a whole lot better. We'll get those high temperatures back into the lower 80s as we look ahead toward the middle of the week and next weekend.
So we just got to get through Monday night, Tuesday, and then it looks like a nice week overall.
Yeah, and we'll keep you updated on the RTV6 app and that Storm Shield app. It's free for your mobile phone, too.
I got it downloaded.
All right, it'll work out. It'll help you.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. And thank you for making RTV6 your choice for news. Join us back right here at 11 o'clock. Have a great night.